Hi everybody, Mark back again with the Code with Dojo little workshop. Um, Today I'm going to look at how a chatbot works. So it's a little program. I don't know if you've ever seen them. If you ever go onto a website with the help menu, sometimes there's an automated program that will ask for your name. It'll ask, can it help you, and depending on a series of answers that you give, it'll follow a set of instructions and it tries to help find a solution rather than actually dealing with a real life person. And then sometimes, if they can't deal with it, they actually forward it on to a real person that might have a query. But sometimes they work. I know a lot of the tech support um, helplines would have a chat bot just to try and sort out what department to put you to try and help you with the solution. So what we're going to do today is it's going to need. I put two links up on the Facebook post. One is for the online and one is for the offline usage. Just to download, there's a chatbot program with some of the code already on it and the settings. And then what we do is we will just program it for ourselves. So I'm going to do is, if you click on the link when you're on the online, you just click on remix and then it will start off with a fresh one using the same sprites. I'm going to use the offline one today. So when you want to open it, go to file and load from your computer, and then it's wherever your computer is saved. So you might need mum or dad to help you doing that. As I said before, I have it saved in, if you see here, I have a Scratch folder, and within the Scratch folder of my projects and stuff like that. So I kind of save them all so they're nice and handy. So I'm going to select the chatbot SB3 because that's the file I've just downloaded. So what we have here is we've got our four characters: Terra, Giga, Pico, and Nano. So you can select any one of the ones you want to use. But if you notice, I'm selecting them all, and the only one that's appearing is Nano. And the reason for that is, if you notice, we've got Nano on show and not on hide, whereas all the other three are on hide. So if you want to choose a different one, just click on the show, but make sure you turn the other one off so you're only showing one. Alright? So you can check whichever one you want. I'm going to have Giga as my one for today. Now make sure as well that you're highlighting the sprite that you want to code, because there's no point in putting it up in Pico, Nano, or Terra if you're using Giga, because then when you go to click on them, the code won't work. Anyway, so I've selected Giga because that's where I want to put my code in. So the first thing we want to do is when the sprite is clicked, so that's up in the events, and we slide that in there. And then what we want to do is we want to ask the person that we're dealing with what's their name. So this, conveniently, there is a little tab with a what's your name and wait. So what we want to do is we want to wait for the person to actually type in their name, and when they hit enter, we want to answer back to them. So what we're going to do is use the say hello for 2 seconds, so that just appears for 2 seconds and then disappears. But what we're going to do is, instead of saying hello, we're just going to say is what a lovely name. Even if we don't think it's a lovely name, we put it up as it's a lovely name. Alright, so if we want to click on the sprite and we can test that. So as you can see there, it's what's your name, and you can type it in. I'm going to type in Mark, and there we go. This is what's a lovely name, and then disappears. Alright, so that's the start, so that's just the introduction. What we're going to do now next is we might change that to putting in an answer rather than saying what a lovely name. We might go hi and then hi whatever the name is. So to do that, we're going to need an operator. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to need our, where is our operator gone? It's the join button. I'll slide that in there, and then we're going to put in the first one. We're going to put in hi, and what we should have in the sensing, we should have an option for answer. So we click on answer and we put that in there. So now we're going to click on stop, and we're going to click on the sprite. What's your name? And we're going to go Mark, and it goes hi Mark. Okay, so that's just the start. So there, that's showing you that you can actually personalize it by using the answer. And by storing the answer as a variable, we can use it anywhere in our project. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a variable so that it keeps using the person's name during the code. So can anyone remember how to do the variable? It's down here, and we go make a variable, and we're going to call it name. Okay, I'm going to leave it for all sprites. God forbid we wanted to put more in. Alright, so what we are going to do is, to make this work, we're going to go set name. We're going to take our answer out to answer. So therefore now is anytime we put the variable in name, it'll use what we type in. And then what we do is say hi name. And we go and test it again. What's your name? You'd be sick of typing your own name. Hi Mark. It still works, okay? And it shows up here, if you can see, we can hide this. So we can take the name away. And also with the sentence, with the answer, we can take that away. Alright, by clicking that button there. Okay? So we want to do it more than just ask it a question and see can it do that. So we're going to say, ask it, are you okay? Okay, we're going to see how it's going to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and use our ask again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use this because we want to keep the variable going. So the join is going to be very handy. And we're going to do a name. We're going to go and then we just try it now. Okay. And there we go. It's asked me, are you okay? And it's looking for an answer. So what we want to do is we want to do a reaction for when that goes. So the first one that we can do is we can do the if and then. So if, where's our equals? And then we put in our answer. If our answer is yes, then say, we're going to go down, we're going to say something, okay? We're going to say, that's great to hear. Okay, so let's see what happens there. So we're going to stop that. I'm going to hit the sprite again. Yes. So there is a little bit of a flaw. If there's yes and someone types in more, then it might get confusing. You might say yes or no answer. In the where you might put in a yes or no answer. Are you okay? And you might go in brackets yes or no. If that's the way sometimes they might do it, to try and keep it to when you're dealing with a chatbot, to try and keep it to single answers so that you can go along a different line of inquiry as you're going along. So what we want to do is we want to say if somebody says no, I'm not okay. So what we can do with that is we can use similar code, but we're going to take it out. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this because what we have instead is if or else. So we can put that in, get rid of that guy. So if the answer is yes, put that in, then we're going to say that's great to hear. And if it's not, then what we can do is we can go to say, oh no, for 2 seconds. Alright, so we can test that now again. Click on the stop so we can start it again. What's your name? Mark. Hi Mark. I'm going to type no. It's going to say oh no. Alright. So we can try it with different answers and we can try it with different things, but what we might want to do is we might want to change the reaction so that it smiles. You don't want to hear oh no and have a smiling face on the sprite. So what we can do is in the sprite we can check the costumes, because if you see there's sad face, there's a real happy face, smiley face, and then there's just a normal smile. So we can put these in different sections to make the sprite react as it's going along. So we can switch the costumes, alright? So what we can do is we can switch to costume, and what we can do is, if we remember, the smiley faces costume B, so it looks happier. So we can say, yeah, it's great to hear, be happy. And then costume D is the sad face. We can put that one for when it's no. Alright, so we put that to costume B, and then we do the exact same again, and we put it to that one to costume D. So let's try this again. We're going to go do it twice. We're going to go, and we're going to go Mark. And we type in yes, and so we've got the happy face. Now, click on the sprite, Mark, and no, and then you get the sad. Now, if you look here, we have a little problem. She's got a frown on her, doesn't she, Giga? And earlier on, she had the happy face, even though we're smiling. So what we want to do is we want to set it to the neutral one, which I would think is that one there. With the first one there. We'll do that to the neutral one because she's not happy, she's not sad, she's just inquiring, so that's a nice one to use. So to do that, we have to write the code up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the switch costume to Giga A. Alright, so what's your name? Mark. Hey Mark, are you okay? I'm going to say nope. I'm going to sad. Right, so now we've got the sad face, but if we click it again, we're back to the smiley face. So that seems to be working now as we're going along. So you can do this for a number of different questions. It's just to show you how you're going on. You can also add in then another one after that. You can do another an if then, or you can do another ask. So you can ask another question. Do you like ice cream? And wait. And then you can do an if and then else, and you can put, and you can just change it each time. So you can do the copy there. There's my equals gone. There we go. You can say something like, you can change the costume to a really happy one. You can C and say, me too. Else, and then you can say, oh, okay. We can try that now. Mark. You see it's changing the whole time. So you can ask loads of questions, and you can create a series of questions there, and you can have a whole conversation set up. And if you can see it, that it goes in. So if they said, oh no, and then you could follow on with a line of inquiry saying, so that if they said no, you can follow one string of questions then, and then if you were saying yes, you can follow another string. There's a load of different types of options that you can do. So I'm going to let you have a play around with that. I hope you enjoyed working on that. It's just to show the quick theory of it. if we were in the workshop there, I'd be getting everyone just to create their own and be giving them a couple of little challenges just to try and do in it. But we can do that now. Hopefully, when we get back later on in the year into the libraries when we open up again, hopefully soon enough. If you have any queries at all, just give me a shout on Facebook Messenger. Ask Mum and Dad to give me a shout on the Facebook Messenger app, and I can answer any queries for you. Okay. All right. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.